Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to Volunteer Vibes. Denise Middleton here, as usual, every Friday at 11 a.m. You know what, we have so many volunteer opportunities to tell you about, and we have a really unique one, as you can see here this morning. We are talking aquatic marine animals this morning. So if you want to help out and you have a preference, as you can see, there is something for everyone. So I have Jordan Kiefer here joining us this morning. She is with Sea Center, Texas. So, Jordan, can you first start off just telling us about Sea Center, Texas, because this is a really unique place?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me on today. So, Sea Center, Texas is located down in Lake Jackson, so about 45 minutes or so away from Houston, down south. We are a marine hatchery that raises 3 species of fish, including southern flounder, red drum, and spotted sea trout. We raise millions of them each year. And then a really unique feature behind Sea Center is that we actually have a totally free facility to come visit our visitor center, which you can kind of see right behind me here. Yeah. It's an aquarium with all native fish. We even have a shark in this tank that's actually swimming right now. And it is completely volunteer run. We have volunteers that keep this open. We're open 6 days a week to the general public.
That is awesome. And so you're looking for volunteers. What do you need specifically?
Absolutely. So for every day, we have 4 different positions, and we have morning and afternoon shifts. So our morning shift is 9 a.m. to 12:30, and our afternoon is 12:30 to 4. We have people that greet people as they come in, answer any questions they may have. We have a gift shop that all the money that is earned from that goes directly back to our facility. We also have a touch tank, which is a really cool feature where kids and adults and everyone can interact in a safe setting with different kinds of animals, including blue crabs. And we also have different volunteers that are tour guides that will take visitors out into our hatchery to show hatchery operations, how we raise the millions of fish each year. And of course, all the training is provided for that.
I was going to ask, if this is their first time, volunteering for something like that, what does the training consist of? How long do they need to train for it?
Yeah, so we typically will do for each position, we will do about a 45-minute orientation with everyone to kind of acquaint them with the facility. And then for the more specialized positions, including touch tank and for tour guiding, we do have them shadow several of our volunteers before they are doing their own tour by themselves. And we do monthly trainings each month as well to help build upon those skills as they go.
And so how young can the volunteers be, before they sign up? What's the age requirement?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I got a little loud over here.
Yeah, no problem. What's the age requirement for volunteers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we accept everyone as young as 10 with either a parent or guardian in attendance. And then for those who are 17 and older, they can come in and volunteer by themselves. So anywhere from 10 and up are more than welcome to come volunteer here.
And this is not just for this weekend. This is ongoing. What kind of commitment are you looking for from the volunteers?
Yeah, so we have volunteers from all over. We have volunteers as far as Lufkin that come and volunteer here. We have families that work full-time, single parents. So we do like to get at least 6 hours of commitment out of our volunteers, but we do understand that other people have other things going on. They're active in their communities. So we generally try to do a 6-hour commitment. And of course, if you can do more, it's always a huge help to us.
And, what's been the feedback? What is that experience like for some of the volunteers when they sign up for the first time?
So most of the time, I would say people love to stick around. We have created a community here of volunteers. We do celebrations for them each quarter. We provide them with free food. They get awards for their service. And it's always just a really fun time. I think we did a movie night the other night. So we really try to make it something where it really is a family here, being a part of the Sea Center, Texas volunteer system.
That sounds so nice. And tell everyone where you're located.
Yeah, so we are located down in Lake Jackson, Texas. It's on 302 Medical Drive. And if you're familiar with the Buc-ee's, we're super close and down the street from there. So always a bonus as well.
Right.
But about 45 minutes down from Houston area.
That is awesome. What a unique opportunity. Jordan, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on today.
Of course. Wow. Oh my gosh. They look so beautiful. Can we get a close up look before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me
Wow. Look at that.
move you on over here.
And what are your hours of operation?
We are open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays.
All right. Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right, guys. So we have another guest that I want to bring on this morning. Her name is Trish, and she is with the Kids Ready Room. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me on.
Of
Yes,
course. Yeah, so you all have helped, create kid-friendly libraries in apartment communities. How did that all get started?
yes. Well, the kids' reading room got started when I attended a training in my school district. I'm currently a middle school counselor. I attended this training to be able to assist teachers with reading. And I learned at that moment that so many students in our school district were not able to graduate due to not having reading ability, and they struggled with reading. And after hearing this, I felt like I really needed to do something. So I started questioning, what can we do? How can we bring books into the hands of these children? And the
Mhm.
idea came to go to apartment communities, bring books to them, possibly provide volunteers. So the first step was to actually go to an apartment community, and the manager was so receptive. We were very lucky, and we still work with her today, and we started in 2013.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to ask how long this has been going on. That's a long time. That's incredible. I'm sure you have made like such a huge difference. And how many volunteers do you normally need to help, continue to make this a success?
Right. Well, right now we have two locations. We've had up to four. So
Okay.
right now we need about 6 to 10 volunteers per location.
Mhm.
And we are once a week right now. But if we can expand and grow with more volunteers, we can open up more days in the two communities that we're in. And our volunteers, they come in, they build positive relationships with our kids, they read to them one on one, they provide story time. It's just a wonderful team oriented family organization where we all work together to enhance the literacy of children.
And this isn't just reading, though. You all do other things, I hear, crafts and other things of that nature. Tell us what all the volunteers get to do with the kids.
Yes, so volunteers definitely spearhead different crafts, basically holiday crafts once a month, or they correlate with a book that we read to them. And the kids love our holiday parties as well. Upcoming is Halloween, so we would love a lot of volunteers at that point, or Christmas and other holiday around December. Um, you're seeing right now where we have storage location filled with books because at one point so many people donated books through social media that we could not fit our cars in the garage anymore, so we moved
Wow.
to a storage location, and we're constantly moving books in and out to different locations for the kids.
And I mean, I'm sure this means so much to the kids. What have you noticed, from them after doing this for so long?
Yes, that's a great question. Some of the kids come in and I hear from their parents. We invite parents as well. And the kids really don't often gravitate towards books as much in the beginning. And then as time goes on, they really want to read. They want to select the books on their own rather than the volunteers. They want to share and they want to read with the volunteers. So over time, we've had a number of students stay for years and years, and we've watched them grow and we've watched their reading growth as well.
That's wonderful. I love that they're getting excited about reading. And so, what are the different shifts that people can sign up for?
So right now they can sign up on Mondays at our Castlewood apartment location. It's at 4 to 5:30 p.m. And at our Britmore apartment location, it's on Wednesdays, 4 to 5:15 p.m.
Okay, and is there anything else they need to know before they get there in case this is their, first time volunteering to read?
Right. So they would reach out to our volunteer coordinator, and they can do that through our website. And she will fill them in with all the information. And once they come in, they're connected with either an intern or a program coordinator, and they will shadow some volunteers and learn the ropes.
Awesome. And you know, there are always high school students who are looking to get some volunteer hours as well. So do you recommend, you know, something like this for them as well?
Absolutely. We have a great time with our high school students. They come in and read. We've had Boy Scouts working on their Eagle Scout project, build bookshelves for our kids, and we provide bookshelves and books for the kids with the perfect attendance at the end of the year. So we utilize high school students in many ways.
That is so nice. Is there anything else you want to add as far as like the commitment level? Because I know, you know, the relationships are important also, but would you still encourage people to sign up even if they don't have a lot of time to give?
Yes, absolutely. That's a great point. Some of our volunteers might only volunteer once a month, or many of them travel, they're retired, and they can come in as needed. Others sign up on our Sign Up Genius for once a week or every other week. So it depends on the person, and we accept all.
And what does this mean to you? To look at these smiles on the kids' faces. I mean, this is just wonderful that you started this little, you know, kid-friendly library in the communities.
Absolutely. It's my passion. It's my dream. I love seeing the kids, and I will just never forget that first day, November 13th, when I heard them come into the room and they were excited, and it was our first read aloud with them, and it's just everything to me.
Oh, I love it. Well, do you have any other volunteer opportunities coming up that you want to mention?
Well, we always have some standing volunteer opportunities. We'd like someone to help with a PR or fundraising, and also we're looking for a new treasurer.
Okay. And is there anything they need to know in particular about some of these particular?
Yes, well, our PR social media really is a remote job where someone will send them photos, and basically they just post them on our different media sites. And for fundraising, I'd like to put a team together who can work on a fundraising campaign.
Okay, I think we lost you for a second. Can you repeat that just in case they weren't able to hear?
Yes, our fundraising is something that we're trying to grow, and so we'd like to put together a group of people, possibly a team, who would work on a fundraising campaign. In addition, for our PR social media person, it would be working remote, where we would send them photos of the students in action, and they would just post them to our different media sites.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And guys, as you know, you can always go to volunteerhou.org to take a look at all of these opportunities. There's so many to choose from. So Trish, we appreciate you coming on this morning to talk about yours.
Thank you.
All righty. And we want to go ahead and get to Volunteer Houston while we're at it. So let's go ahead and bring in Erin. Hey, Erin, good morning.
Good morning, Denise. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so do we, I know we always have a lot of ongoing opportunities to mention. Are there anything, or is there anything going on this weekend that we need to know about, for instance, tomorrow or something?
So I do have some opportunities to talk about.
I like your glove, by the way.
Oh, thank you. These are my compression gloves, you know, keep my hands healthy, and have a fashion statement. So there's a really great organization called Lord of the Streets that is an Episcopal church day shelter for the homeless. And they welcome and restore, rebuild lives through relationship-focused ministries with homeless and formerly homeless individuals. And they have a lot of food distributions for folks in that community. And they have distributions, I believe, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So It is a constant ongoing need. They have need for food prep and for the distribution. So maybe if someone wants to be the person who is handing out those meals, this is a good opportunity to like prepare the hot meals, sack lunches or snack packs for distribution for the food prep aspect. And if you really want to like have that kind of personal connection, you could do the meal distribution with them and distribute those. And they said some people might get a little upset if they think, it's hot outside. People have to wait outside in a line to get the food from the distribution. And so this is a good opportunity to do the distribution if you're someone who's very patient, if you have an even temperament. And most people, they say, though, are just grateful for the meals and the water that they receive. Mm-hmm. So Lord of the Streets is a week-long, every day there's a different opportunity, and you could assist with the food prep or the meal distribution. And that one is actually kind of a neighbor to our office. So they're really close to the Volunteer Houston office. So I see the work that they do, and it's really beneficial to the community. I see it like every single day when I go to work. So yeah, I really appreciate what they do. Yeah. And I also wanted to highlight an opportunity that is a little unique with an organization called Worry Juntos. I am not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, but their story begins before they were founded as an organization. They started work through the Korean American Voters League of Houston, and they were focused on empowering the Korean American community in Houston and Harris County. And they're able to utilize the strong network of Korean and Asian American churches in the area as spaces to meaningfully organize and educate their community. And so their cause is through immigrant justice, racial justice, and civic engagement. And they have some volunteer opportunities with canvas phone banking. So canvassers would conduct issue-based outreach and voter engagement to community members through phone banking, and they will provide you with training. And they're looking for some priority languages. In addition to you speaking English, if you speak Korean, Vietnamese, or Mandarin, they would love to have your help as a volunteer. And yeah, that's like an ongoing thing. I'm pretty sure you would be able to do this opportunity remotely. So if you're looking to help engage community, maybe help some people access like getting registered to vote and make sure people are getting out there to vote, this would be a really good opportunity, especially if you're fluent in those languages.
Oh, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really neat opportunity. And I do have one last opportunity I would like to highlight with the Friends of Northside programs. It's called You Can Academy. And this is an after-school program that is kind of designed to walk alongside and empower elementary students in their education. So volunteers will be assisting students with their homework, reading, life skills activities, and mentor them during the allotted time. And so this year, they will be meeting Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. And Tuesdays are dedicated to art enrichment. I know if I was volunteering for this, I would be like, ooh, I want to sign up on Tuesdays. Wednesdays will be dedicated to gardening and sports, and Thursdays will be dedicated to homework help. And they do want volunteers to arrive at 3:30. And they also have a note here for high school students. If you are unable to arrive by 3:30, you can still volunteer if you arrive by 3:45. So if you're a high schooler looking for a way to get involved, this might be a really great opportunity for you. And Friends of Northside is a location of Attack Poverty. So another really great organization. Their mission is to strengthen the near Northside community through spiritual growth, education, revitalization, and basic needs.
Okay, wonderful. And so how's the need for volunteers looking right now? Because I know a lot of people are heading back to work and school. So what is that looking like?
So a lot of organizations, as folks are starting to like go back into school and, maybe work is coming back into, there's more things there, folks are having to go work in person. There's definitely a greater need for volunteers, because I will say, I feel like in the summer, everyone is volunteering here, there, everywhere. Yeah. Like, oh, I have all the time in the world. I'm volunteering. But the organizations that need volunteers exist year round and are doing their mission like every single day. So if you're available to volunteer, it it's just so rewarding, and making that time to go out and help the community, it helps you too. So I recommend volunteering year round if you're able.
And what are some of those organizations that need the most help? Because I know we talk about these food distributions a lot because there's a great need. A lot of people who need food out there. But what are some of those organizations that really truly need some help right now?
Right. So I will say food insecurity is definitely one of the most pressing issues in the greater Houston community. There's so many different organizations that have this as their cause because the need is so great. Like all the time, I feel like the need for food is growing in our populations, especially as, we've kind of come out of the COVID pandemic and some people have experienced new situations where they just really need those basic needs met.
All right.
Another area that I would say is probably in need of volunteers. As you know, in the last year, we had the Afghan refugee crisis. So we had a massive influx of refugees to the Houston area. So there's a lot of really great organizations that do incredible work helping refugees. And there's like such a broad variety of ways folks can volunteer, anything from assisting organizations that help rehome refugees here in Houston. Like, for instance, I know Interfaith Ministries for Greater Houston helps refugees, Pair Houston, the Alliance. These are some great organizations that help refugees. But there's also things with, for example, Free Wheels Houston, where they're repairing bikes to give to folks who might need it, including refugees. So anything and everything under the sun you can think of will help someone in some way.
That's right. I mean, like I said earlier, if you have a preference, just go to volunteerhu.org because there's so many different options, so many opportunities to choose from. Erin, thank you so much. And Trish, I want to thank you as well for coming on this morning. We appreciate it. And guys, as you know, you can always meet us here every Friday at 11 a.m. and just take a look at all the different ways that you can give back and have a positive impact in the community. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.